Yo, I just made a video about leadership. How, when you come through and you open up a door, if you don't hold it open for the next person, you basically did no one any good. You know what I'm saying? You did enough for you, and in your mind, that's how you're looking at it. I had to do this, so the next person gonna have to do this to get where I'm at. The proper attitude is, now that I went through this, hopefully the next person won't have to, because this job is done. I was saying how when I come through and open up a door, what I'm going to leave is an automatic door. So when the next person gets ready, when they get close enough, this opportunity is going to just open up for them. The example I wanted to talk about was the brother. God's not a respecter of person, so I'm not going to name names. But basically, he's a billionaire. He's a venture capitalist. And the point they like to make with him is he made his money in an area that was not sports and entertainment, which is, I'm like, so, who cares how you made your money? That's something that they look at and try to look down at people. Well, you didn't make it in this area. That's not the talent God gave me. You couldn't make it in my area. Let me see you do what I do. Right, I can go to school to do what you do. It's like that. So point being, this brother, he spoke at a graduation, and at the end he said, I'm gonna pay everybody's student loans off. That's the type of leader I'm talking about. He wasn't like, let me see what kind of tax breaks I can get so I can get out of more taxes. He's like, you know what, I'm paying a lot of taxes because I'm making a lot of money. Let me do something else with this money besides just pay taxes. I'm paying a lot of taxes. Let me pay some student loans off for these people. And he probably was thinking about that when he was writing his speech up. And he was like, you know what? He probably was thinking about telling them how to deal with paying student loans back and trying to invest and take care of yourself all at the same time. He was like, you know what? If they didn't have to worry about those student loans, they would be so much further ahead. He's like, I can do that. I can't do it for everybody, but I can do it for this graduating class, the one that I got invited to, the one these people were smart enough to invite me to. And maybe they'll go on and do something for somebody else, similar to that. And so that's what you call opening the door and taking it off the hinges. You ain't got to worry about these student loans. You can take that money and invest in the things I'm telling you to invest in. You can take that money now, and instead of, I got these student loans, I'm making good money, but I got these student loans and I'm trying to take care of myself. You ain't got no student loans. Go ahead and do the smart things that you learn to do. That's what I'm talking about, taking the doors off of hinges. Do something for somebody. Nobody paid his loans off. He said his dad made like 30-some thousand, something like that, and something like he was. I ain't gonna pretend like I remember everything he said, but he was like, when he first got started, he was making so much more than his dad, and so he felt successful just because he was making more than his dad, and then he started making real money. Point being, do something to make the world better, make an impact on the world. You might be like, how can I impact the world? You can make an impact on the world by making an impact where you are. And then that's going to create a ripple effect. You don't have to do something big to impact the world. Just do something effective. Do something, make a splash, and it's gonna ripple. You plant your seed and let God make it grow. It's like a ripple effect, right? You dig, you plant that seed, you cover it up so, it'll be protected. Y'all good about covering stuff, right? You big on covering up, right? I'm going to apply that to this example. Dig. We all dig a hole for ourselves, right? So maybe you're the seed. Do something with yourself. And let God make your ideas grow. You have to do it with that energy. I'm going to do this, Lord. I need you to put the increase on it. You got to include God in everything you do. Because if not, it's not going to be all that it can be. I promise you. I don't care how successful you think you are. If you didn't include God in it, it could have been so much more, so much better, and took so much less effort. Include God in your decisions. What I had to learn to do was start asking Him before I make a decision. Which way, Lord? Which way you want me to go? Give me some direction. Versus doing something and being like, I'm glad I did the right thing, or I should have did something else. And then I think, well, like I have a minister say, did you consult God before you did that? Did God tell you to do that? And that made me think, dang, you know what? I didn't even think about God before I got started. It was an afterthought. So now I'm putting God before the decision. I'm including God in my decision-making process. A lot of things, a lot of lessons we already learned. Like you take a lot of people's advice, right? Somebody that you think is smart. God gave us a lot of advice. It's called the Bible. He gave us a lot of examples. It's called the Bible, right? So include God.